I will warn you right now, this is probably going to be one of the lamest videos I've ever done. I wanted to show you some of the results from the test server. Problem is, the test server started at 12 noon today and ended like 10 minutes ago when I didn't realize it was going to end 10 minutes ago. Otherwise, I would have done the video 30 minutes ago. So, this is what I did for you. I'm going to show you what I did for the test server. So I was using, why are you not there? Where's that ship at? It's not that one. Hold on. I lost one of my ships. Oh no. I'm refitting them. Duh. Okay, here we go. I'm here now. So I was using this fleet. What I'm actually doing is refitting the AA to Compound X for the raid, which might be 2 weeks away. I think it'll still be okay for a Blitz fleet, but just not the best. So what I did was I took that fleet and I came in from right around in here. Okay. And then what I did was, how am I going to do this? Let's do it this way. My target points were here. Actually, let's change our color. Our target points were here, 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 and here. So what I did was I started here, basically the northeast side. I started the northeast side and came down to here, and then I would turn this way, and then basically I would turn back this way, and then I would turn back this way, because all of these ships, they're all coming sort of in this way. Right? So by the time that I'm here, all of these ships are around this area. Right? So this is the way I was doing it, because there's no virus to upload in this example. Hold on a second. There's no virus to upload in this example. In the last test one, it's destroy these, and when you destroy these turrets and this center hub, these will quit spawning. The fleets will quit spawning out. If you don't kill these, you're gonna get. Okay, let me just here. So this is the first spot for spawning. This ends up being the second spot for spawning, and then they'll be over here, and then they'll be over here. It's funny if you send a submarine in there, so you can just let them keep spawning. Yesterday when I did it, I got over 50 fleets that spawned. I think they capped it. Somebody was saying they couldn't get more than about 3 or 4 fleets to spawn. I don't know. My goal was to go in fast to kill this stuff out, so that these would quit spawning, and I could stop with the first fleet that came in here. Because even on a 65, the first fleet that came in, the biggest 2 ships were battleships. It wasn't even a dreadnought in the first wave. In the second wave there were, in the third wave there's even more dreadnoughts. So what you'll probably find from some of the lower level waves is maybe that, you know, all the turrets on here, the ships are smaller, but the basic idea is going to be the same. Oh, and these are the torpedo thingies that you saw in Base Invaders. It's a lot more similar to Base Invaders. But I was able to get about 2 hours worth of damage on a 65 with this fleet. You know, siege cannons, guidance scrambler 3, engines 3. The engines 3 really helps. Well, you get the speed boost from the siege cannons too, but getting these turrets killed is very important to keep this second wave right here from spawning. Because the more waves that spawn, the more other crap you have to kill. Now, you get points for different things. You get points for killing your turrets, and you'll get points for killing these ships, and I think you'll still even get points for killing these ships. But I didn't really hear or see where people were getting really points for any additional ships. So my theory is, on a 65, the biggest ships, and they were like here and like here, something like that, were battleships. Now, granted, they were high ballistic, they were assault cannons with some siege cannon in there. They hurt you. But there were no dreadnoughts in the first wave, and there were no rockets in the first wave. So honestly, and these are all ballistic. No missiles in here. These are all ballistic, and these are torpedoes. All right. So you have ballistic, and then you have ballistic, and if you get to the second wave, there is a dreadnought in there with rockets, and if you get to the third wave, I think there's two or three dreadnoughts with rockets. So it behooves you, if you don't have great explosion defense, to kill off this first wave and get it done before the second wave shows up. So that's basically what I learned from the test server. I would have liked to show you, but that didn't happen. I went to go hit a guy today, and let me show you. I didn't do so good. Let's see. Oh, this guy. Ladies love my junk. I think I've seen him in some other sector in the past, like a long time ago. And so I was like, oh, I think I've seen this guy before. I'm gonna go hit his base. Yeah, that probably wasn't the best idea I had. So yeah, I took a lot of damage, and I didn't do too much damage to him, so I left. And then I was like, alright, I'm getting ready to go home, but I'm not going home empty. So I picked on a smaller guy. I actually left him a note saying, hey, it was nothing personal. I was losing against I think this guy was a 57. He's actually a higher level than me. And I was like, but I'm not going home empty. It's like, I bookmarked you. I'm never gonna hit you again. But so yeah, I took a ton of damage on that one. So what I'm gonna do to get ready for the raid is I'm changing out the AA to compound armor. That's probably the biggest change. What I might do depends on really, because even though they had the last test, that doesn't necessarily mean exactly that's going to be what we're going to see. It could be something different still. So I'm also going to take this guy and chain. Whoop, actually, he fits, doesn't he? Hold on a second, I got a cough again. Man, I got these allergies, and it's just like postnasal drip is the stuff that drips behind you. You feel fine, your nose is not running, but it's draining behind your neck. It just makes me cough. I feel fine, but I sound like I'm sick sometimes. I want to change that AA to Guidance Scrambler. Actually, I think when I do that is when it becomes too heavy. I might have changed the weapon too. Because depending on how they actually do the raid, the Compound X on these strike cruisers helped on every day of the test server. Whatever the day of the test server, the Compound X did better than the AA because there just wasn't that much explosive damage going on. Yesterday, the Arbiter really helped. The Arbiter really, because you could just, yesterday you didn't have to kill the ships. Hold on. Yesterday you didn't have to kill the ships. You just had to kill the buildings, and when you killed the buildings, no matter what ships were out there, it disappeared. I was instant repairing stuff with Compound X armor, and then this guy with Guidance Scrambler. It was freaking awesome. But I don't think that's what they're gonna do. So, but I want to be able to use it if the opportunity presents itself. And then honestly, none of the other ships did very well. But but it was mostly I was mostly targeting 65. That's predominantly the first couple of days what they were offering out. Today they had a good variety of the hubs. But I think the Typhoons will still be out too. And if the Typhoons are still going to be out, I might go back and do what I did before with the Kudas and killing off the defend fleet and then coming back in, because I did really good with that too. So, you know, but this is kind of what I know of the raid and of what possibly might happen. You might catch some videos online of some other people that recorded stuff. Hopefully they did, but honestly I was at work, so I was dinking around. But you know, at any moment's notice I might have just said to shut off the screen even if I lost my whole fleet. That's just the nature of that sort of thing. So, but this will be my strategy. This will be my strategy for the hubs. If I do the hubs, I can do a 65 and get like 3 to 4 credits worth of damage. So, but we'll see what it turns out to be. I don't know what the point spread is. That's really the one thing that the test server doesn't really show you that well. Is I think they figure out kind of the point range is different. They need to do a little bit more balancing, honestly, because if you hit a 48 and then the 65, which is 65 is probably what would spawn on my base, the 48 actually gives you as much damage as the 65, because the 48's initial fleet, these guys, is actually stronger than the 65. It's weird. I don't know. So they're probably going to see some more tweaks to it, but they might. I'm hoping they have the basic mechanics of it down so it actually runs correctly. So anyway, that's what I've learned. Think base invaders. If they keep it like they had it today, think base invaders, and however you prepped for base invaders, that's pretty much what you need to do for this one. Except that until you kill the turrets, other defend fleets are going to keep spawning. So there's a time element that base invaders didn't have. You could take your time with base invaders with subs. You don't really have that option in this one. There's a time issue to it that you have to deal with. So I'll talk to you later. Bye bye.